Welcome back, guys. So on today's episode of Raw Talks, what I want to have a quick chat about is becoming a specialist or being a specialist in your chosen photography niche or genre, and basically the benefits of it. So my thoughts on sort of specialist versus generalist is, at the end of the day, you're offering photography as a service. People need certain images, you can make them, you can provide them. But by being a specialist in certain genres, the main thing that I think it does is, it makes people recognize you for that type of work, for one, which generally helps the snowball roll when it comes to growing clientele and growing your career and everything, because you are just concentrated on that one or a handful of different niches or genres. For instance, like family portrait people, that's all they do. They shoot portraits. That's what they're known for. That's where their clients come from. They get recommended. It's all word of mouth. For me personally, I specialize in a few different genres, but I just wanted to touch on the fact that becoming a specialist really is about, leaning into the things that you want to shoot and the things that you've recognized where the money is over time. There's a lot of different genres where I've shot in and I haven't pursued it because there's no money in it, or it's just not something that I want to be shooting. Like, weddings, for instance, I used to dabble in weddings and it just wasn't for me. I didn't want to be another wedding photographer. I wanted to go the commercial route and do that sort of stuff. And it's all personal preference, and when I started out, all I shot was snow sports. So that I was a specialist at that, but I wasn't really at the time because I was still kind of growing in it. But I soon realized that there's no money in that and it's very seasonal. So over time, I've sort of lent more into the commercial space to work more on that. And I sort of, between that and the outdoor stuff is what I kind of specialize in. So with the specialist thing, and I encourage people as their career grows and their skills grow and their clientele grows, to pursue becoming a specialist in the genres that you actually want to be working in. You might be good at weddings and you might do that, but unless you really want to be dedicated and grow it and actually enjoy your job, I wouldn't I wouldn't go down that route unless you really like shooting weddings, for instance. I didn't, so I didn't lean into it. I could have easily done it, but I didn't want to because I didn't get much joy out of doing them. The other one is, not becoming a specialist and not being specialized in certain genres. You may end up being, I guess, what people would call the cheap photographer. And once you get put into that category, it's hard to get yourself out if you're the person that's just sort of picking up the scraps in the industry of all the little jobs that sort of get trickled down or other people don't want. You're kind of going to be stuck in that boat until you do sort of niche down and find your genre that you want to specialize in. I always had the goal of being a specialist in certain genres or niches, just because I knew that by doing that, obviously I could stand out in that genre, and obviously I could raise my prices accordingly because this is my specialty, this is what I do, this is what I'm known for, producing the work in these certain genres that really, clearly shows that I specialize in it. So it's a bit of a tricky one. I do highly recommend everybody try and specialize in something that they do actually kind of enjoy shooting, because at the end of the day, depending on why you're getting into this, you're not really getting into photography or pursuing professional photography to make a huge amount of money. There is ways to do it if you want to set things up in a certain way. For me personally, I like the lifestyle of it, and that's kind of where the specializing thing came in. Like I said, it allows me to earn a certain amount because I'm a specialist in these certain genres. I can raise my prices accordingly, and because I've sort of put myself in the genres or niches where the money is, it works out good for me in the lifestyle sense and business wise. It's just the smart way to do it. Again, like there's so many different ways to make money in photography, but when I get asked the question, should I be a specialist in a certain niche, I don't think there's a necessary I don't think it's necessary to be a specialist in one particular niche, but have, a handful that you sort of concentrate on. If someone comes to me and says, hey, can you do some family portraits for me? I say, no, that's not my job, it's not my niche. I don't do that. And I palm it off to someone I know who does. Or, bring on any genre that I don't generally shoot in, and I just push it off to friends or people I know who do it. And I stick to the stuff that I know and that I know I specialize in. So yeah, it's a hard topic. And like I said, someone the other day, as you grow and as your career goes on, you will find those genres and niches that you want to specialize in, and that sort of just fit with you. It's kind of a hard one to do, like some people find that with weddings, or some people find it with, like I said, family portraiture or pet photos, or there's a million different genres that people dive into and find sort of their thing they want to specialize in. It's sort of just up to you and what your goals are with photography and business and lifestyle and all the factors that play into pursuing something like this. So if you can, I would highly recommend trying to specialize in, a few different genres or one or whatever you want to do, but just find something where you can really knuckle down and make your work stand out in that niche or genre. So people do see you as, oh, you're the person that shoots that certain thing, and, you do a really good job of it. So yeah, just a random conversation I had the other day about it, and thought I'd sort of drop my thoughts. Yeah, if you can specialize, you'll get there eventually. If you're not quite there yet, over time you'll shoot in a lot of different genres and niches, and you will find the thing that sort of fits with what you're trying to achieve, and you can lean into it and really grow that aspect of your career. So yeah, chuck a like and subscribe and a notification bell, and all the usual YouTube lingo. And yeah, see you in the next video. Yep.